Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lone and I'm shooting my videos from Denmark, Scandinavia. Always remember that there are more information and more videos down below, and please subscribe, like and share if you find the contents of my videos interesting. So thank you so much for stopping by and tuning in. Today we're going to have a look at the big threes. Pentagon and the financial headquarters of the world in London, and lastly the Vatican. So let's begin by pulling some cards to dive deeper into the energies of Pentagon. Let's see what's going on. Around the election, Trump promised that he would release more documents on UFOs and UAPs and USOs as well, but we haven't really seen that much being released yet. So let's see what's going on there. It could be something about that, for example. Let's see what's showing up here. Also, there's a lot going on with Greenland, of course. That is also something that the Danish Prime Minister is very occupied with at the moment, finding it very inappropriate that the American politicians think that it's a great idea right now to kind of conquer Greenland, or buying Greenland is a good idea. Greenland is a country. It's deciding on its own to whom it wants to belong, and yeah, it has definitely not been a balanced relationship with Denmark. We have not been treating the Greenlanders fairly. Definitely not. There have been many mistakes over the years, definitely. So things have come to a crossroad, quite definitely. So there are many things going on with the military, and also there's been a lot going on with attacking the Houthis, and yeah, in the area of Israel. So I think that there's a lot going on with the military at the moment. So let's see what's going on in Pentagon right now. Let's see what's coming up. We have one card here, and let's see if there are other cards out. Okay, let's have a look at the first card. Card number 5, body and soul. 5 is also the number of transformation. So it seems that the truth will come out, because the truth is transcending whatever is false, with the dragonfly here reminding us of that. There is something with the body and the soul. It's like with the entire structure of Pentagon, there could be a lot going on. Who is commanding? Who is giving the commands? And then also the soul. There are a lot of feelings going on here as well within the structure. So let's give the card another blend, and then let's pull up a couple of cards. Okay, they came out here on their own. 3 cards. They came out together, so let's see what that's about. Beyond the ordinary. 45, definitely. That they also find that this time is an ordinary time. No doubt about that. Alongside with card number 28. Broken open. So it could be that there are some kind of information being released very soon, or there's something in the structure within Pentagon that's been broken open. And lastly, we have card number 8, Into Me I See. Okay. This is like a deepening, this black color going on here, and actually it could be kind of a UFO, right? or UP here. So maybe there is more information to come out on that. But I'm also getting a very private energy. It's like we're sitting here in our own world, right? Into me, I see. And I like that we have the five-pointed star here, the pentagram. That is part of the American flag as well. And also a symbol of the entire pagan culture. So let's put it up over here. Okay. So there's definitely something going on with the structure of it all. That's what I'm getting here. Also that perhaps that there's something that has been, that is about to be published, or that is something within the Pentagon that cannot be held. Something cannot be, maybe someone is trying to hold something down. You can't pressure it anymore. It has come out, and it's very sensitive information. But there is something here that is transcending the illusions or the falsehoods or the role that Pentagon itself thought that it had. The weight of Pentagon, the meaning of Pentagon within the entire, when it comes to the American society even. So let's just read a little bit from this card deck to see what this is about. Let's see if we can get some more information out on this. And the first card over here, card number 5, is about the earth energy. So it's about money and family, inherited traits, survival, primitive instincts, security, stability, and the material world. So let's have a look at that. And it says, taking care of yourself, seeing yourself as a complete package, not separate, body not separate from soul, centered in your sense of self, comfortable in your body, your authentic identity, and physical health. So there might be something here that is talking about, again, the entire shape. How is the shape of it all? How is it being held together? Maybe also, of course, seen from a financial point of view. How strong is the structure of that, really? So there is something about the material stuff going on. Could be like expanding on that. We're putting more money into it so that we can produce more weapons or machinery. That's what I'm getting here, and it's extremely sensitive. And I also feel that there's a need for them to, or Pentagon, to take care of itself, which means again that it could be quite closed environment. Are they going their own way? There's something about the health. Okay, so let's move on to card number 28. And card number 28 is in the group that is concerning love. So this is about compassion and love, community, forgiveness, unconditional acceptance, and inner peace and wholeness. So I think they're struggling to be whole. Maybe there is some kind of disagreement going on within the Pentagon, but let's read on card number 28. So this is about the gift of grief this is about being shattered as a result of loss, the potential inherent in failure. Okay, so again, a very sensitive situation. I just feel that it's just a confirmation on that, really, but there's something that's been broken open that is quite sensitive. That's what I'm getting. Card number 45. 45 is in the group of thought, which is about spirituality, ego, transcendence, liberation, God consciousness, understanding, and wisdom. So beyond the ordinary here it says the mystical, ineffable part of life, trusting in the invisible world without understanding it, recognizing that some things cannot be known in advance and are not meant to be grasped intellectually. The awareness that everything is as it should be, even if it doesn't make sense. Okay? And normally when we pull this card, it's about, yeah, we are seeing beyond, we are starting to sense beyond. And quite a positive card, actually. Expanding on our senses, and something that we love to do. But I feel here that this is a little bit negative. There is something that is going on that they have never seen before in the time of Pentagon. This is an extraordinary time where things are showing up, being extremely sensitive, broken open, something that we have never seen before within Pentagon itself, in its structure, the way it is regarding itself as a whole. And lastly, we have card number 8, which belongs to the group of water, connection, sexuality, intimacy, birthing, desire, pleasure, feelings, and fluidity. So again, I'm picking up on this extreme sensitive nature, or the direction it has taken is quite sensitive. And this card is saying intimacy, trust in another, drawing shields and rigid boundaries to allow connection, the willingness to be vulnerable. Okay, so there is definitely this, I feel like it's tiptoeing, it's so sensitive. And it's like they're carrying their feelings outside of the buildings right now. But it is a time when they find that they are maybe forced to drop their shields. They are having a deeper look on what Pentagon is really all about. Of course, the pentagram and the pentagon. And we have 5 and 45. There's something in the entire structure being led back to the time around the ending of the Second World War in 45. So it's whatever it is transformation that we have not seen perhaps in 80 years. And we have the number 8, 28, 88, 8 and 28. So let's dive into the tarot to see if we can get some more information out on what is going on in the pentagram. The structure, something being broken open, something coming out perhaps. We haven't seen this. Maybe it's some documents that have been found that have not seen the light in 80 years. And we should think that someone must have known about that, right? But who knows? We have 2 of materials coming out here. I'm hearing Stargate to Heaven, or Starway to Heaven. There is something flourishing here. But again, with 2 of materials, this is about fluctuation. There's some kind of flow. Maybe something is a loss, and we need to let that go for something new to come in, new evidence. Perhaps there is kind of a flow in the documents, flow in evidence. maybe even in, when we're talking about the archaeology, maybe artifacts being found, or they have been hidden or something like that. Sorry, 7 of materials. Okay, I was quite certain there was 2 of materials. Okay, so I feel that when that happens in my readings, it is because there is something about that. So let's read that into 7 of Pentacles here. That there's a building up here of things, but also about duty. Again, being willing. One of the cards we're talking about willingness. Willingness to perhaps release something, to let something go, because the president promised and we are now perhaps forced to release something. It's a very dutiful card. And maybe this is also about our calling in life. So they feel called to release something about space. And there is a flow coming in with that. Something has got to go for something new to come in. Maybe it has been still for a long time, but now there is movement. And maybe also in movement in how the Pentagon is viewing its duty. How are the Pentagon fulfilling its duty? Okay. Let's see what else is coming out here. Okay. So we have the Hermit, card number 9. This is definitely a time, looking inwards. Taking one step at a time. But there's something or someone who's coming out of the caves, ready for some more spiritual search. And this is also a time where we are seeing how different worlds now are being intertwined, which means that everything is becoming one. Science, belief, religion, UFOs, metaphysics, everything is coming into one world. That's what we're also seeing manifesting right now in the material world. That's why we have to go through so many heartaches right now, because truths are coming out. Suppression is being stopped. Falsehoods are coming out again with the dragonfly. We are trying to see more clearly what's going on. So this is Virgo energy, and since we also had a reference to the earth element through 7 of materials, there is something going on here about being dutiful, doing our duty, following our calling in life. Here we like to follow the routines also, being very firm on that. So there could be a change of routines here, that we are looking beyond what's ordinary. We need perhaps some kind of change, but I'm getting the word routines. And also a lot of healing is coming in with the Hermit here. Healing. Okay, let's have a look at the 2 last cards. Okay, funny enough, we have 2 of materials coming out here. Okay, so let's see if the video can capture this, if the camera can capture this, because it is actually a very beautiful card with all the orange going on, a reference to our sacral chakra, our 2nd chakra. So a lot could be created right now. So what is it that we are creating in this flow? Something is, we are letting go of something here, something new is coming in, or are we twisting something here? artifacts, documents, something needs to switch places. As I'm doing this reading, we are in Aries season, which is about the brain and the left and the right side of the brain. And Aries is also about our physical eyes and our third eye chakra. So whatever is coming from our brain is kind of being projected back to us through our eye lenses, and it's always the other way around. So could there be something about twisting things now, doing it the other way around? That's what I'm getting here. Okay, last card, Three of Inspiration, which is Three of Wands coming out here. And of course materials are a reference to the pentacles in the original tarot tradition. Okay, I just would like the camera to capture this. But there's a focus point here. Like there is something going on right now where there's a domino effect beginning, or perhaps they are already in the middle of it. This means to have a strong focus on things, and this is also fire element, movement, physical action, and how we are trying to keep our life energy going, our life force energy going through nutrition and relationships and exercise, right? So how are they exercising their energy right now? There's a domino effect going on, definitely, because something needed to be removed. Maybe because this is again back to being very dutiful, doing their duties. And there's a strong feeling about this, maybe a little bit of pride through the fire element here as well. But a focus point, very focused on that their actions are definitely equal their life force energy. We are very much on our toes here. So it's about now how they are distributing their energy. Okay, so I feel that there is something that is being removed, switching places, because we're trying to hold up the energy here, but it's really a domino effect that has been, it's been kind of a lift off or a take off. Okay, so let's have a look at the bottom card. And here we have the Devil card in reverse, card number 15. This is black magic in the tarot. This is also inner anxiety, perversities, perhaps even, but a very dark, if you call it dark. The dark is important sometimes for us to move through further transformation and learn more about the shadow sides of ourselves. But this is a very destructive energy, black magic, inner anxiety. They are going out of themselves here. It's like an out of themselves experience. This is a reference to Capricorn energy, and in my readings also a reference to Aries, because we always have the fire here. So I feel that the earth is, since we have the materials here, and a strong reference to both earth and fire, but especially earth energy here, that the earth is burning below the feet of Capricorn. Now the Capricorn is also a reference to the ones who are ruling our countries, who are their CEOs, who make the rules, and who perhaps sometimes are very rigid about it. They are the boss, they're doing the job, and they're gonna keep going before they reach their goal. They're very ambitious and goal oriented. So I feel that it's burning beneath the feet of Capricorn. And with Aries we have again an underlining of our head, our brain, and our eyes. See here that the eyes are all dark. So they are going out of themselves here. And something makes them, I heard the word jiggle. But there's something going on here where they are feeling extremely nervous about something. And it's just the entire energy. And now we are asking about the energy and the temperature of Pentagon right now, and it's definitely hot. Okay, but there is something going on where they are either very afraid, or someone can come into maybe even what we call as depression, but where it is really destructive narcissism coming in here. They're having an out of themselves moment, which also means that they need to do perhaps something different, or they are showing up as themselves, their true self, the true self of Pentagon. Something has been broken open. We need to go beyond the ordinary. There's a focus point on actions right now. And of course, with all the wars we're seeing right now going on, as Greenland, as I mentioned before, they perhaps need to rearrange their forces and their materials, weapons, something like that. There is a relocation of stuff going on here. And this could point to some leaders as well, both Capricorn and Aries. They are very initiative. They are the boss. The cardinal energies. They want to set things in motion. So this could really come from, I'm not seeing the president here, so this could be someone who is in charge in Pentagon, like a chief of some a higher rank, but definitely someone who is responsible, who would have to respond perhaps to the president. But I'm not seeing the president in this, so there are definitely also very often stuff that the president cannot know about. I know that. So and this could be, of course, more than just one leader. So let's see what that focus point is all about. Three of Wands. What is now the focus point? Where is it that Pentagon is trying to, what direction is Pentagon moving into right now? Yeah, this purse is like it's falling together, like boom, lost its energy. Okay, something is falling together or falling apart. Yeah, not falling together, falling apart. Okay, something is falling apart. Someone is spending to someone else. But definitely a focus point on money, materials, weapons, documents, artifacts, something like that. But someone is feeling very dutiful here. They will go out of themselves to remain dutiful. So maybe someone is something has come out of the cave here. There is some kind of energy that is, because this is from the Major Arcana. We have two cards from the Major Arcana, which is like major, pointing to major changes or energies coming in. There's something that is out of the cave. There's someone, this could be like also perhaps whistleblower energy, because this is like follow your calling in life, right? seeking healing. So there could be different persons here who feel that they have a duty to come out. Now we don't have any swords here, which would point to communication, but perhaps someone in his or her work, they are going with what they know. I'm being led to space here, right? UAPs and stuff like that, or space programs, or whatever it is. Who knows, wars in space, or whatever they know about other civilizations out there. Someone feel it as his or her duty to come out of the cave with that document. And this is hardcore documents being, showing up, or artifacts. Someone who's sitting on some kind of proof. Okay? Because they want us to know what Pentagon is really all about. So let's see in what direction Pentagon is going right now. The bottom card is about forgiveness. There is definitely new beginnings here. Let's have a look at the cards that came out. Security, yeah. It is a time for extra security, but I'm also getting right now the American population is showing up here as well. So it's not only internationally, this is also about national concerns. Security, yeah, we have it here, the cave, right? Something is coming out of the caves. We are seeking something here that is beyond the normal, perhaps, the ordinary. The situation in US right now is beyond not the normal, or it's been not beyond the ordinary, right? But there is a focus on the fire. 3 of Wands coming in here. The focus point is security. How do we keep something safe? Okay, so next card out here is about standstill, and whatever this bird may mean for you. If you're watching this from the US, perhaps go with that, but it's like this standstill where we are listening with our feet, right? Back to this card, number 8, which was about the water. Water is about our feelings, our intuition, our soul. So there seems to be a standstill in that they are listening. What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about this? And we have the card change. Again, the UFO here, right? I know it's a cloud, but sometimes if you look up in the sky, you see clouds that have this shape of a UFO, for example, or something coming from out there. But there's something that is, I was talking about this lift off or taking off in the beginning of the reading. So yeah, there could be a standstill in that. Maybe there's been a standstill in releasing documents about this, whatever is going out in space and whatever the American government knows about UAPs and the activity in space that there might be going on. I feel that there's been a standstill for security reasons, whatever those reasons might be. Again, here we have the sky here, right? So there is a burning through of that right now. Where there has been standstill before, I feel that it has been released now with fire. So we have fire, water energy here. We have fire, earth here. And there is change coming out. We have the sun here to shine its light and its clarity on this issue. And something is about to take off, okay? but this is regarding big security issues, both internationally but also nationally. And personally, I don't think that we know anything about anything before the releasing of some kind of facts or documents, something about what's been going on in space and with the whole entire UFO question. There's something going on, and before we know more about that, there's been many reports worldwide on UFOs sightings, right? Many people are reporting now that they are seeing something weird, something they cannot explain from a normal, rational point of view or explanation or theory. So there's something coming, and before we have taken that or made that decision to come out of our caves or our cave as a humankind here and walk that spiritual search again, spirituality, UFOs, science, metaphysics, religion, all of it, it's coming together. And there's something here, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing everything being moved towards each other. The last card out is freedom, right? Here the bird is. The bird of standstill has been the bird of flying, the bird of takeoff, the bird of change, who's leading us into a different kind of light. Again, maybe there are many flying objects out there, right? Many more now, rising, a new portal of that freedom. So there will be some kind of change here in whatever it is that needs to be released, come out in the open, something that might have been hidden here for security reasons. Now the time is for us to see what Pentagon is really all about. We have been told that it's about, they're keeping us safe and making strategies to keep the world order, keeping the world peace, or whatever it is, whatever the narrative might have been. Definitely you guys who are watching this from the US, you know much more about that than I do. But that's just what I'm getting here. The narrative is changing. Documents are being released, and it's not only documents about whatever might be going on in space and who has been knowing something about that. It's not really about that. It's much more than that. There's other stuff going on than just that major question. But someone could be standing out here again, whistleblowers. I'm seeing that. And maybe the entire nature of the Pentagon has been, because we have 5 again here, 15 and 5 and 45. They're going out of themselves now. The earth is burning under their feet. Where to go? How to survive? What is it that we can't know? I'm not seeing anything of what we can't know. It's just documents being moved around. It seems very busy here. A strong focus point, and perhaps some kind of strong leader within the Pentagon has been had a complete blackout, using their power or setting their own rules, because they're letting nothing stand in their way of themselves, right? And we have the orange color here with 2 of materials and 3 of inspiration, and then again here we have two persons here, right? So it could be someone who's seeing themselves as maybe two persons, someone who's standing out saying this and doing that, but really on the backside of it, the person is really about this and that. The person is really saying this and taking action like that. So someone like standing out in public, saying one thing, doing one thing, and then behind closed doors it's the other way around. It's like a split, I don't know what you call it, the right word for that, but it's like a split personality. Twisted personality perhaps even, because they're letting nothing stand in their way for this. So maybe it's a hard time if you're standing out as a whistleblower. Of course it always is, because you're going against the grain of it all. But I also feel that those who are doing that, they are coming out telling more about this, but of course there are no swords here, so I feel that it's speaking its own clear language through these hidden findings of documents or artifacts that perhaps have been hidden. Okay, but there are definitely new beginnings with the new moon here. Something or someone needs forgiveness here, this twilight zone. We are at the end of something so that something new can begin. So that's what I'm getting on what's going on at Pentagon right now, or in Pentagon right now, regarding to those who are in charge. And it's like their responsibility is running out of their hands, right? Their responsibility or their power, or that being in charge is running out of their hands. And they're trying to create, through the orange color, they're trying to create something here, manifest something here. That's some kind of split, twisted. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that for Pentagon, and just in a second I will begin to read on what's going on in the financial quarters of London. Okay, so let's have a look at what's going on in financial quarters of London, or city of London. So let's see what's going on. What is the energy right now there? Okay, we have a lot coming out here. Let's just see if there's anything else. If there's anything else here. Okay, another one. I was just gonna say another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Okay, Freddie Mercury. Okay, so we have card number 2 out. The Gentle Gardener. Okay. Alongside with card number 10. Rock bottom. Is there another financial crisis coming? I don't know. And the last card is card number 1, starting over perhaps. The Bone Collection, or Bone Collector, sorry. This is about collecting everything we can, right? dead or alive, we need, it's collection time. Okay? Again, maybe back to ourself here. We are number 1. We have 101 changes, big changes coming underway. We are trying to nurture perhaps some kind of new stuff here, new projects, the eggs, fertility, something new underway. But these are little fairies, so it's very airy, it's a very subtle energy, not very grounded energy. So something is being gardened here. They're trying to facilitate something, fertilize something. We pump up the jam, pump it up, right? Because something is about to hit rock bottom, okay? Now I'm not saying that there's a new recession coming, but in my Danish readings, for those of you who are following this video from Denmark, thank you so much for tuning in here as well. You know that I've been talking about that for quite some time, that there is something coming and it is inevitable and it will show up. It's just a matter of time, the timing of things. So the longer we wait, perhaps the harder we hit rock bottom when it comes. But the aura field here is really about also Aries energies, our aura field. I'm doing this reading while we are in Aries season, so there's about being number 1, starting over in the chart, moving out from the first house and our ascendant. How are we showing ourselves to the world? And here we have the clock also, 10:10, something new is beginning, 10:10:10, 101, rock bottom. They're collecting absolutely everything. I'm getting the image of a vacuum cleaner as well, taking everything with us, trying to save ourselves. Okay, card number 24, stuck in the mud. Okay, go around and around and around we go. How are we going to get out of this? And the last card, card number 17, Ghostlands. Okay, 1 + 7 is 8. The last recession we had worldwide was in 2008, right? So there it is, the portal of, yeah, we call it down memory lane, less cheerful. Let's have a look into this, or sorry, into this card, like the Gentle Gardener. What is that about? Let's read a little bit. Gentle Gardener, be your own person. Be a conscious co-creator. So something is becoming very consciously, you know, something is consciously made. Perhaps we're consciously making up or facilitating new opportunities. But this is very hollow, like there is nothing in those eggs. There is no true real beginnings. And then card number 24, let's have a look at that. Stuck in the mud, you are being invited to stop and savor the wonder of your life. Exactly, the wonder of your life. If you are a business person, I would say, now I'm talking about London, but also perhaps in Wall Street, there is something going on here. Say, you know, the wonder of your life, the wonder of your life. They are making perhaps very soon a full stop. Again, in those circles of mud, they're trying to drag everything with them that can crawl, run, or leap, or walk. in relation to, of course, money. And whatever has been invested, their investments, right? So there's definitely something coming back here. That's the feeling I'm getting. And it's like whatever is going on in the world right now is like there's a climax. We are reaching the point of climax. Okay, so let's have a look at the tarot and see what's coming out here. Okay. We have Temperance. Yeah, it's about keeping the balance. And also here we are adjusting to some kind of new energy. And you can see how they are, you know, take the money and run. That's what I'm getting here. Take the money and run. Someone is very busy here. They're adjusting to the temperature of perhaps both Wall Street and also the financial quarters of London. That is kind of dictating how the rest of the world is moving on financially. So take the money and run. That's the energy. They're trying to adapt to something that is coming here. And perhaps sometimes the best way to adapt to something is maybe here to run away from it. Right? But there's something about balance, and this could also point to that there is something about people's moods, mood swings, you know, transformation. But two parties, two energies that are trying to adapt. How well are they doing that? Can we adapt to it, or is it better that we just run away from it? And in that twilight, or in that zone, we are completely open. And that's why it's so important to keep our balance, because either this is like an overdrive, like aggressiveness, like big time, or it could be like suppression of the same. Let's see what else is coming out here. Okay, we have 3 cards. Yeah, let's read the bottom card here. The Magician, okay? Someone is sitting here with all the elements. Okay, I need a little bit of air, and then I need some water, and then I need some fire and some earth, and whatever is coming out of that, yeah, that's cool with me. Someone is, I'm hearing the word also rearranging stuff, but we are trying to make magic here. But again, something that is very subtle, something that is up in the air. Everything is up in the air, okay? Just with like the gentle gardener here, like being a co-creator. It's like they're co-creating their own, whatever it is they want to co-create on. Okay? So, 2 cards coming out together here, 10 of Cups and 7 of Swords. The truth. The truth is coming in here. Maybe someone is going to prison here even, because when the truth is coming out, and the truth is very sensitive over here, it's again like 2 parties we have on each side of this edge of the table. When that is coming out, the truth, whatever has been hidden with the waters, or the water showing up here as well, has been suppressed. It's coming up in the air right now, and there will be a complete burn of things that have been held down, but this truth will lead to people being chained up. Okay, I'm seeing prison here as well. And I also feel here that the waters have been so badly, what is the right word for that? Polluted, contaminated. that they have set themselves on fire, right? They were so optimistic and so happy. It's like our own little happy sensitive home here in Wall Street, or in the financial quarters of London, our own world that is so secret, where we can hold it all to ourselves, not communicating anything out. But then it has become very sensitive. It's like an overdrive of that, and it's burning itself. Okay, and there are definitely secrets coming out here with Seven of Swords. Okay, so it's about keeping the balance right now, not to communicate too much out there, because there are many secrets here also. Something is being hidden. So that could be the two parties here trying to adapt to that. How are we adapting that? We can't adapt to this. It's too sensitive. Okay, last card coming out is the Hierophant. There is a strong tradition here in this environment. Hierarchy. Who is giving to whom? Who is sending light to whom? Who is in the spotlight? Who's not in the spotlight? There's a very strong hierarchy here. And I feel that is coming under pressure. I'm hearing again Freddie Mercury, under pressure. There's someone who's under pressure here from someone else. This is hierarchy. This is tradition. This is like the family father who knows how to tell his children what to do in different circumstances. And again, he will be the person you want to go to as a kid, because, or one of your adults, because they will be able to show you the way forward. You are depending on them as your leader, your guide. But someone here is also feeling cosmically guided. It's like, but God told me to do this. Like they're becoming God's own hand here, whomever God may be. So people are also looking for inspiration now. How are we getting out of this? And let's put the Magician here. Yeah, up in the air. So let's pull an oracle card to see what it is. But something is coming back. Some kind of mud is coming back. Like it's like we have a waterfall in here. It looks like a waterfall, but a waterfall of life, of light and water. And then we have the chart here between Cancer and Gemini. Gemini about communication and information coming out, and Cancer, our home, our safety zone. There's definitely something coming out here that has been a very private energy. I don't know if maybe some of these cards and the numbers are going to resonate with some dates that we're going to see, some specific days. But definitely hold your horses if you are about to invest in something. That's what I'm getting here. Bottom card is this card. Yeah, there are new challenges, and it's like maybe the entire financial environment is taking time now to sit down, and well, they're looking at new challenges, like how are we going to climb that mountain? Are we gonna make it? Yeah, this is like a Chinese I have a ringing in my ear right now, in my right ear. What you call it? A Chinese? It's like a lucky cake. I'm sorry, I don't know. I can't remember the specific name for that. But what is in that cake? What is the information coming out now? They're hoping for the best of luck. The best of luck to get over this mountain. However, how are we going to do that? Do we need a new car to do that? Is the engine strong enough to carry us around the threshold? Let's put it here. It's like they're building up on something, on luck. Well, we're just gonna see how it goes, right? We are collecting for ourselves now, and then we just may the best man win. There's a lot of stretching going on as well. We're stretching the structures, trying to make the roof just a little bit higher here, making more room for themselves. They're stretching now. Maybe they're stretching the rules. They're stretching the law. They're stretching something here. And we have the sunset over here. The sun is setting. They need to stretch because there's a twilight zone coming in. To avoid something come back to them, or to us really. But we have two ones here, the bone collector and the magician. They're collecting everything they can, again trying to create something new. But there is a new chapter in this, because this is the first card in the major arcana. So we have 3 major arcana cards here, talking about keeping the balance, feeling following one's inspiration, becoming perhaps your own best leader here, your own kind of guru, creating something new here for yourself. The bone collector over here, number 1, collecting something for yourself. They're creating new beginnings, but for themselves. Okay, but this will of course also mark a new beginning for the international community, of course, because they're kind of setting the rules for how the national finances will make it in the future. So of course it's important what's going on there. So yeah, definitely new challenges. Will we make it? Will we be creative enough to make this journey? Or do we need some kind of extra gas? A stronger car? So I'm definitely seeing some kind of big changes on the way, something that will lead us right back to where we are coming from. We've been there once before, we're going back there. But it's like someone is seeing this. There's something coming in here. But that could be cosmic energies, of course, also. But I'm feeling that this could be some kind of boss, seeing themselves as some kind of guru, like 3 specific employees here. Please do what I feel is best for you to do. Because people's feelings and emotions, they're really deep on this. There are some deep truths coming out here. And it's a time to adjust, so please also adjust in your personal finances, okay? Of course, if some of you feel that this is the right time for you to do some kind of investments, of course you should do that. But if you are in any kind of doubt or have been in doubt, then my advice would be not to do that. because this is Aries season. This is the beginning of something new. We are riding out in towards new territories, unknown territories. This is a time of big movements, fast movements, using our instincts. Being initiative, wanting to do something. It's also springtime many places in the world, like we all know what it's like to come out of our winter coat and stepping back into the sun. We get a lot of energy. We want everything done in the garden and and perhaps we want to clean our house or everything at the same time. But this is a great time of adjusting, of adapting. And so it can be read like adapting to something constructive or adapting to something less constructive, more destructive. So what is it that we are adapting to? Now in this environment we're trying to adapt to the seasons changing. Something new is coming in. We can't hold this anymore. It's like breaking out or breaking free of something, or we are trying to stretch, expand on something. But this is like a glass house, or what is that we call it? The English word for that, a greenhouse. It's made of glass, right? So very fragile. Okay. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that. So that was what I had on the finances right now, and the financial headquarters in the world, and what's going on there at the moment. Okay, so let's have a look at the Vatican and see what's going on. It's been a while now since we've heard anything about the condition of the Pope. And so let's just check in and see what's going on. Not only in regard to the Pope, but also in general. Let's see what the overall energies are. Let's see if we can tune into the energies of the Vatican. What's going on in the Vatican? Maybe some of you have been visiting Rome also. So for many of you, you might find that you're also tuning into the energy around the Vatican. What's going on with the Vatican? What's going on with the Vatican? Okay, 2 cards coming out here. Okay. Yeah, something is blossoming. Truth coming out. We have a 7-7 going, card number 16 and card number 34. 7-7 is about connecting ourself with our higher self. Logical thinking with a higher sort of thinking. Okay, 1 card wants to come out, 1 more. Okay, so let's see, card number 45. Yeah, I'm getting connected with the reading we did on Pentagon. Card number 45, moving beyond the ordinary. Now this is about precision, a heightened awareness. This is tapping the self. Okay, so let's see if we have a final card. Okay, we do. So let's see. Yeah, and card number 8. Okay. So at bottom of the card deck we have card number 54, Epona's Wild Daughter. Epona's Wild Daughter, okay. So this is really moving through the shadows. Epona's Wild Daughter is making sure that we are getting through whatever crisis, whatever it is that we are going through, that we're going to make it to the other side. Okay, I'm just going to read a little bit on these cards from Brian Proud's book here. And let's begin with Epona's Wild Daughter. Let's put her up here if you can see her. So, card number 54. And if you resonate with these cards in regard to your situation right now, take it with you, but make sure that it resonates 100%. Epona's Wild Daughter is about inner shadows, nightmare, depression, madness, and growth. And coming out in her upright position here, she's talking about, her name is Dorca. She's the Sphinx, whose riddles must be answered lest we otherwise be destroyed by our own internal conflicts. Dorca reminds us that we cannot go forward until we have faced something buried within us that is holding us back. Her presence in a reading tells us that finding and working through this is a task of some urgency. We can expect help in this from other people, from the fairies, and from our dreams, but we must be open to these difficult questions and answers and be ready to face things about ourselves that are not as we would wish them to be. She urges us to heal the unresolved issues about who we really are and what we truly want to be. This is part of the required course in Self-Transformation 101, just like the cards I pulled for Pentagon, that we are all enrolled in here on planet Earth. The answers to our riddles often come in a sudden burst of enlightenment, like the solution to a Zen cone. We may watch a leaf fall or catch a glimpse of the tiny sliver of the new moon in the sky and suddenly be hit by the answer. Before that happens, we usually work long and hard upon the question, searching and digging for an answer. The realization, when we really have it, will be transformative. We will no longer be the people that we once were. You don't like this interpretation? Well, I have been telling you all along that we will all receive varying messages from the fairies in the cards. Yours may well differ from mine. Ask Dorca what message she has for you, and don't be surprised if her answer is another question or riddle. She and I both wish you well in solving it with all our hearts. Okay, so that's kind of a bit of a mystery, right? But whatever it is that's going on in the Vatican, they're really trying to transform something here, and that it seems that whatever it is that they're going through, they're coming out on the other side as completely transformed. Okay, so let's put that card up over here. The fairies always work with the earth element, so they're very much attached to Mother Earth, and Mother Earth is also kind of what's coming out here, the bright mother. Perhaps for some it's the moon, for some it's Venus. Let's take some of these energies with us. But this is a bright mother, about fertility and new beginnings. And she's coming out alongside with number 34, Sylvanus. A beautiful card with kind of the truth here, sort of the truth, and then the mask. the mask is off here. Okay. And let's have a look at card number 45, Acute Intellect. I will read the headlines for these cards as well. Then we have card number 8, the Singer of Courage. And this card is also closely connected to, in this card deck, creation, where it all began. So this is very close to the source of it all. It reminds me a little bit of the dragonfly we also pulled in the Pentagon reading. So there's a lot of Pentagon energies coming in here as well. So about the Bright Mother, card number 16. The headlines for her is creativity, nurturing, productivity, intimacy, and also sheltering. So a lot of moon coming in here, also safety, security. We also pulled the security card for the Pentagon reading, but that's what she's about. Things are about to blossom here, but a lot is going on. Again, fertile energy, productivity, a busy time. We are also now in Aries, which is about spring equinox, where things are, the sun is out, it's springtime, we have a lot of energy, we want to get a lot of things done. So it's like this busy energy that's coming in here. Alongside with number 34, which is about the truth and cutting through deception and clarity. So they're busy about something that has got to do with the truth. And you can ask, with the truth of what? Well, we'll have a look into the tarot cards in a minute to find out what that's about. But something about also cutting through deception. I'd like to know what that's about. Okay, so let's move forward to card number 45, Tattling the Self. This is about, as I mentioned before, acute intellect, quickness, mental synthesis, and discernment. Okay, this is really where we are quite sharp. We start to see, we start to understand our ability to perceive things, or it's heightened. Okay, new ideas may coming in, or old ideas are coming back but in a renewed form, stuff like that. And the Singer of Courage pretty much speaks for itself, but it's very close to creation here. It's about bravery and also sublimation of fear, moral strength. Okay, so there might be something coming in here. That they're pulling their light together. They're pulling it together. Okay. So with that in mind, let's move on with the tarot cards. And I think there is some kind of red thread to all of this. I was very much being pulled back to the Vatican, to Pentagon, to City of London. And for many of you out there who are also doing readings once in a while, you will know what I'm talking about, that some idea is just popping up and then it keeps popping up until you sit down and you do something about it. And I strongly believe that that is when we are trusting our feelings, we are trusting what's coming in, we are trusting our thinking patterns, we are trusting that everything we see and hear and touch and feel, that it's not only a message for us, it's where we are coming into the bigger matrix of things, and rolling with it, that we are also a flow of nature. So I think that's why I'm seeing a lot of Pentagon in this reading as well, and also the Pentagon It's about the military, UFOs, are they covering something up? And also the Vatican. They are also, many believe, holding a lot of information about UAP stuffs, UFO stuff that they are actually very much aware of, that there is or are other life forms in the universe. So that is perhaps why the Vatican and Pentagon here, there is a link between those two, definitely. And well, eventually it's all coming down to our materialistic world and our capitalistic societies, and how we are regarding resources. So the first to come out here is Five of Pentacles. There is a reference here to the structure. The structure is, well, I don't know if it's loose, but we do have Saturn in Pisces until beginning of next year, 2026, alongside with Neptune. But Saturn is about our structure, also physical structure. But it's talking about, what I'm getting here is a loose structure. It's poor in its structure. There's something about the structure that is poor. Okay, so maybe this could be a reference to the Pope, that he is, of course, not as strong as he used to be. That maybe he's losing some of his power also as a leader. There could be something here. 5 is also the number of change, okay? So there's something about, again, being aware of what you have, being aware of your savings, paying attention to what you have. Maybe there's something about materialistic stuff here as well, money or artifacts, something that holds great value and great importance to the Vatican, that they're guarding some of that very intensely. Okay, let's put it up here. Okay, so let's see what else is out here. What else is out? And of course, prudence. You don't want to spend too much if you know that, well, first of all, if you don't have it, but you're pretending that you have it. But this is where you can see, well, I'm not rich, so that's why I'm not gonna buy the most expensive cheese or milk or wine, but I'm trying to hold back a little bit. Then we have Page of Pentacles. Yeah, they are studying new options. Okay, so this is definitely telling me that there could be something going on with the Pope. I know that he came out to, when was it? I don't remember how many days ago it was, but he has been seen in public after he was hospitalized. So, but this is pointing to freedom, so there are new opportunities coming in here, and they are studying their options. Again, back to Pentacles, structure, power, leadership, but also rules, responsibility. What options do we have? Looking at new ideas coming in, perhaps. Okay, last card out here. The Sun. Okay, I will pull one more card. The Sun in reverse coming out. Happiness upside down with its head down here. There's definitely not clarity right now. The Sun also could be a reference, since the Sun is ruling the 5th house of Leo, where we do have these star people walking around, star status in our society, including the Pope. So there could definitely be something here about him, but there's no clarity here. There's disharmony. There's maybe even, you know, fallouts between people, because normally here we gain clarity on things, we're friendly, we're happy, we're integrating things. There is sort of a time where with Five of Pentacles there's kind of a disintegration. And they are trying to look for new ideas here. They're trying to build up the courage because they are walking through the dark night, or they're trying to figure out where to go, what to do. Maybe they're being very creative to keep up their mask, to keep up the truth. They're nurturing something here. Okay, we have 4 cards coming out here, so let's just have a look at them. Let's put the Sun in reverse up here. Yeah, they're starting for new options. They don't know where to go. Okay, Ace of Swords. Conflict, this is saying. But the aces always mark new beginnings. This is about communication, ideas coming in, thinking patterns, psychology, seeing clearly, understanding something clearly. So there's a new understanding coming in here. And that can always bring us a little bit in conflict when we are starting to see something in a different light. When we have finally understood one of those riddles over here, we are arriving at a new place in our mentality, in the way we think about ourselves in the world and in the environment that we are part of. But there is some kind of clear moment, clear understanding, clear communication where things are out. Maybe there's a lot of honesty going on here. People are letting out their individual truths, because we have one here, right? Pointing back to each individual. Okay, next card out, we have, for those of you who never watched my videos before, I'm not reading the minor arcanas in reverse, okay? So we have Remembrance, Knight of Cups. Okay, a passionate moment here. People are passionate. Maybe they're passionate about the Pope here in the middle. I'm seeing that one in the middle, even though he may not be the head person anymore. He's not the main character anymore. That's what I'm getting here. But as it says, remembrance, the cups is always about memories, the past, our feelings, the soul, the truth, water energy, a lot of passion. I'm seeing a lot of Scorpio energies here. So this is a very passionate moment where it seems that every feeling is like every feeling, or every feeling is like up in the air. Back to the swords, the Ace of Swords. So air and water here. It's about keeping their heads above water here, because if we don't get the bigger perspective of things once in a while, but we are just sailing around in our feelings, it can become very narcissistic, and we have a hard time seeing our way out of something, so that passion is kind of being locked up. So we need to come above waters once in a while to have a, take a deep breath and have an overlook on things, seeing the bigger picture, to keep a mind in balance. Then we have the High Priest. I think I pulled that for the Pentagon as well, right? Interesting. But this time it's in reverse. So here there's definitely someone, because this is the High Priest, this is the Pope, right? This is personally pointing to the Pope, like he's out. Now, I'm not saying that he passed or anything like that, but we have 5 of Pentacles, we have 45, we have 54. So this could be like a reflection of someone here. 4, 5, 5, 4. Someone is seeing something in a new light. Ace of Swords. New ideas has come to the surface. Very passionate. And it's like he's out. Okay? And I also feel that they are not, there's a lack of feeling cosmically guided here, or guided by God. Like who is to follow the Pope? It's like there is no clarity of that. It's like, who? Do we have anyone appropriate? Do we have anyone who wants to be the Pope? It's like confusion. And this can also point to some kind of tyranny, actually. So, again, back to Ace of Swords. Perhaps there's just one individual who already thinks that he is the Pope, the new Pope, but this is definitely not a cozy energy, okay? So whether it's tyranny or the Pope is out, maybe new ideas are arising, someone or trying to find the courage to come in here, to nurture some new truth here. Or someone is showing themselves with the mask off. And they are really trying to create something, their own narrative, or creating their own spotlight. Lastly, we have Knight of Swords coming in, opportunity again. Someone is going for some kind of opportunity here. Whether it is a group or just one person, I don't know. But Knight of Swords is a very fiery energy, so there could be a lot of quarreling here. A lot of quarreling. I was just checking the light here. And very fierce energy at night. Like this is an idea we have, this acute intellect in the background here, rising up very fast as a new idea, a lot of talk, a new vision, and it's like we're nailing it. We want to go with that. We want to go in that direction. We're holding on to it. We're fighting for it. We're talking about it. We're thinking about it until we reach that goal. It's a very fierce energy with the Knight of Swords here. Very fast thinking. Again, perceptiveness. There is something here coming out to be cleared. Again, back to Epona's wild daughter, Dorca here. And I'm a little bit dizzy right now. So there could be a lot going on mentally here. A lot of thinking. Passionate. Coming from a deep place. With someone who wants the Pope out of the picture. And yet the other part, because this Ace of Swords is talking about conflict, right? So another group could be like, well, we're very passionate about this, regarding that whether the Pope is staying or not, for whatever reason. Someone is fighting for that as well. Someone might be fighting for the Pope not to fall out. We're having a Pope fallout here perhaps. So I feel that here there are two groups fighting that. It's all about freedom and seeing new perspectives of perspective in things. But there's definitely no clarity. Like the Sun and the Pope, the High Priest here. Two cards from the major Arcana, so major energies around the Pope that it's like the sun is not shining on him. And this is causing a lot of disharmonic energies. Okay, so let's pull some oracle cards to see if we can have some more words on this. Yeah, there's definitely something going on with this. You know, there are false persons here. Card number 8. They're trying to work up the courage to maybe take out the Pope in some way, or they're just strongly disagreeing with the Pope continuing. Maybe due to his health, I don't know, but there is something about the structure. It's weak right now. The Vatican is weak. So even though he had an appearance in public, something is telling me here that things are definitely not right. They're not right. Again, the mask, the truth. You can see in the background, Sylvanius, the mask here. Here the mask is coming off. Here the mask is on in the background. It's like there is someone in the background, and there's someone here maybe afraid to speak the truth. Okay. High honor. There's something about honoring something. We have the High Priestess and high honor. Maybe some of these people are honoring themselves. Again, we have 5, 25, 45, 54, 2 sevens. Again, there is some kind of truth. There's something that is where there's one group who's trying to cut through deception, and then the other part who is working against that. That's what I'm picking up on here. About a logical way of thinking, of seeing things and thinking things, and then some different way of seeing it is coming in here. Card number 14. Perhaps there will soon be a message out. A message of concern. Okay? This is concerning energy, because it's like the honor of the Vatican, the way we have, you know, the way we put it up there, seeing it as a star back to the sun. There's something that is clouding that star. Okay. Two cards coming out. Okay. 29. Something or someone feels present. 39. In their community. Interesting, right? So this community is like, it's like it feels like being in prison, right? Again, we have the light over here. Oops, over here on this card. The lamps, the light, the limelight. There's someone feeling in prison. This is like a community of prison. Okay, it feels like a prison. They are bound up for something, and what is it? Trying to keep up the high honor, but it's difficult here. It seems like there could be more than just one fracture here. There's like a lot of fragments. Okay, Bottom card, number 13, wealthy man. Okay, investments, money. We would like to see our investment grow. When we put a lot of money in something, we would like to see it grow. Okay, this is like in the 13th hour. Okay, in the 13th hour. I would like to pull just one more card on this. So let's just pull a mantra. Let's see what's coming up here. So it's like with number 8 also, with the number 8, it's like being in flow, right? Someone is trying to keep their courage in flow. We need new fast ideas. We need it now. But also I am being led to things like this card was talking about synthesis. Like there's something in the times where it is meant for the Vatican to be where it is right now. Okay, there's like a higher timing in this. Okay, we have card number 4. Yeah, create a new path. And we have the orange color. I think I pulled that for the Pentagon as well. Okay, so again we have the sun here in the middle. We are creating a new path with the snake here, shedding the old skin, creating a new way. Sacral chakra, creation. And this is a time also in the world where we are trying to cut through all the crap that is going on in the political world. I know a lot of things that are going on in Denmark, and we're just a small country, like 6 million people, like but even here we have a lot, we are dealing with a lot of scandals, people not telling the truth, and our minister of climate, I think you call it, just recently he was being called out for not telling the truth about something, you know, holding back information. And we like to think about ourselves as number one, you know, fighting for the earth to survive, right? Thinking about ourselves as someone who is initiating new green ideas. I can just tell you that that is not so, okay? So a lot is going on here, and we are trying to create new paths to survive, or people are trying to create new paths to survive. Even as a citizen, we need to create new paths to survive. And so is the Vatican to survive, and so is the Pentagon to survive, or the military, or politicians, because the resources they're running out. Okay, number 36, the masculine. Yeah, the sun again, right? The masculine here. Maybe they are trying to put the masculine a little bit on the back burner here. The masculine is fighting here. It is the masculine that is trying to create a new path, because the feminine energy is awakening quite fast and very fierce these years. Everything that's been suppressed is coming up. Everything of a loving, kind nature, more of the soul is coming out. And so the masculine, or the lower frequencies of masculinity, it's under pressure, right? So this is very action oriented, trying to create a new path. Yeah, your body, it's the structure, the white color, back to the structure, and the leaf here. One of the fairies were talking about leaf and fall, so maybe this is the fall of Vatican, not only like the autumn, but the fall. Okay, like she's standing with the spoon here, the wild. Here maybe we have the feminine coming in, the original, the old feminine card number 43. And here we had card number 34. So we have 4334, right? Taking off the mask. There's something here that cannot be held down anymore, any longer. She's sitting with a spoon here, and in Danish we have a saying which goes like this, like I'm translating directly, okay? To take the spoon in the other hand, like shift your perception. It's time now. This hand that's been holding the spoon the whole time is tired. It's time now to make a shift, okay? Shifting that. And we have the moon up here, okay? Dorka. Okay, there is some kind of wild voice coming forth that cannot be held down any longer. We got the penguin over here standing out as an individual. A lot of femininity is coming in here. Okay, like she's sitting in her cage. No more. The leaves here are falling. Okay. Okay, bottom card is to prepare. Card number 28. Card number 28. Prepare. And maybe back to imprisonment and community. Maybe there's someone in the community who will be behind bars. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on here. Because this is very serious energy. So prepare. Again, the sun is not really out up here. We can't see it. Can't see all of it, right? Can't see all of it. And of course I'm getting Mother Mary here. Even though the baby she's holding could be, of course, Jesus, but a little girl, there's some kind of fertility. There's some kind of true nurturing that is coming in here. Maybe this is the bright mother trying to come in now, rising up, taking off her mask, cutting through deception, telling the true story about how it all began. Again, the sun is marking creation. The sun is our star. God, if you will. So there's something here that is coming out. Okay, she's also wearing a star here in a crown chakra. Star child. Again, back to cosmos up here maybe. There are lights in the sky, right? Okay. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that on that note. I hope you found it interesting. Thank you for sharing your time with me in here and for supporting the channel. Until next time, be brave, listen, care for yourself and others, and let the universe in. Bye for now.